What's up, fellas? So, yeah, another set of days off today. Today, hopefully, that damn squirrel. My dog killed one and I just seen another one. Got all kinds of stuff going on over here. Anyway, been getting threatening text messages from the shop boss asking why I ain't been in the shop. It's like, dude, I got a full-time job, homie. You know, like, so I guess it's time for me to get my butt to the shop. But I don't know. Anyways, let me introduce you to my my freaking cow. I got this from a friend of mine. Gave it to me. I helped his dad move one time. We helped my buddy's girlfriend's dad move one time, and he gave him this really cool metal lizard, and this is what I got. Yeah, it's a cow, a bull with eyelashes. And since it's a bull, I gave him some truck nuts. So his name is Balls. My wife hates it. Hates that thing. Why do you gotta take that stupid cow thing out of here? Well, first of all, I need to cut the eyelashes off of it because it's a male cow. It needs to be repainted. And I told her I was gonna put it in front of the shop over there, and she's like, "You better not put it out there with those balls swinging." That's hilarious, dude. Whatever. I think it's funny. I just leave it there. But anyway, I guess we'll go in the shop and see what's going on. I gotta figure out where I left off last week, like always. Every time, dude. Oh. Oh. Where'd he go? Little sucker crawled out the garage door. Yeah. Send me all those threatening text messages and then he just don't even answer when I respond. And then I show up and he's kicking back here like a jerk in my chair with his feet on my table. Man, I don't know who this guy think he is. He's lucky I don't catch him. I'm gonna whoop him. But anyways, let me give you guys a little rundown, I guess, of what happened this last week. Well, this is where we left off last week. It just seems like it's like repeat, and I'm not getting anywhere, and it looks like I'm not getting anywhere, but I have done so much to this truck, and I have put so many hours in it. The fenders needed a lot more work, so I got them skimmed up again for the last few little spots. They're pretty much ready for primer again after this. This next primer, I think I'm good, because they feel perfect after that. I didn't feel anything on them, so I think we're good, and then I can work on stripping the inside of them again. I blocked this one out. There's still a little bit of a low spot here, a couple spots in there, all around those bolt holes. I pounded them flat, but they're a little wavy. I gotta block that out. I gotta bend that brace down a little bit. It's just repetitive work, dude. Like, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere, but when I look at it, I know I'm doing a lot of work, but when I stop and stare at it, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. All these door gaps are good. I gotta open up the bottom just a little bit more. If everything's ready to go on this side, I just need to sand this, of course, and get ready for some primer. Pretty much epoxy it and start some high build. The only thing on this fender left is that spot there, and I gotta work this little body line out better, and I gotta pull that piece out just a hair and finish sanding this, and we're done with this. This is ready to start blowing it apart. I am gonna prime these doors again. Prime this front clip very heavy. I have felt it with my hand and I feel like everything's pretty good. So I think once we get it in the high build, it's not going to take much to get it where I want it. I'm going to start taking all these little parts off, the radiator support and the hood, and we're going to spray underneath the hood, spray all those parts, put them aside, and then we'll take the fenders off, and we'll start, of course, stripping the insides of those and all that stuff so I can paint the firewall. Once the firewall's painted, I can just, I think honestly, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm still torn apart. I don't know if I should paint the firewall and then put everything back on and then paint the truck, or just paint it all separate. I'm not sure. But I honestly kind of just want to paint the whole truck in one shot. So paint that firewall, put it back together, and then paint the whole truck. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to spray the radiator support, all the fender wells, and then all these parts here. I'm going to just paint the parts that bolt up. That way when I spray the truck itself, I can spray all up in here and get everything the way I want it. I'm probably going to paint the hood off the truck, but I'm going to paint the fenders and everything on the truck. I think that would be a little bit more easy for me, more beneficial. I can get inside the fenders, I can get all that. The hood I can spray separate. But like all those parts, I want to spray behind them, so you know, if someone ever takes them off, they're just not primered. You know, like, I'm just being a perfectionist, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just miss just a little paint on them so there's color. It's not going to have a clear. It's going to be a suede, so that's it, guys. I got to make sure I remember to paint the cowl. Door panels here, Phil wants these flaked, so I'm gonna flake them, but I can paint those at a later time. Not in a rush for those. This valance, I'm not in a rush for the valance either, because of the fact that we still got to do some customizing to the grill. So with that valance, I'm not even going to worry about it. Those pieces there don't need to be really bothered with. These do need to be painted because these go to the fenders, so I'm going to spray those. This gets painted on the inside of the truck for the visor. I got to paint that part, of course, and the inner fender wells. We cleaned those up. We got these tape lined, and whoever cut these, dude, holy shit, they butchered them. They are bad. This one still needs to be finished, but the other one, I was able to clean it all up and get all the lines at least straight so they look clean. I'm gonna go grab me something to eat. I'm gonna kick you guys back on here in a minute when I get back to work. Oh, after that big old Blake Slaughter burger, green chili, bacon and cheese, onion rings, I'm already ready for a nap. That's how it is my first set of days off, man. Freaking dragging, tired, trying to catch up with everything, and then I come out here and try to remember what I left off on last week. And then I realize I didn't eat yet, so I'm hungry, so I gotta go eat. Dang. Whatever. Let's get to work. Get to work. I gotta get Phil this truck back. I'm sure he's tired of waiting for it, and I'm tired of looking at it. So, we gotta meet in the middle. How about I just shut the hell up, finish this thing, and get it back to him? That'd probably be the best thing. Alright, what do I leave off with here? Freaking 80 grit chunk. messing with these yesterday. Trying to block them down and kind of clean them up. Also, I did the inner panels there. We'll finish that off today. I'm going to work as much as I can today. All day tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening, I helped some guy out a few years ago at a gas station that was having trouble with his car on the trailer. And it was like a 51 or 52 Chevy. And he somehow, I don't know what the hell happened, but I helped him out. You know, get him back on the road and everything. And some little old man. And he was very odd, but he did tell me that he had a bunch of cars, and I asked him, I said, well, are you going to sell them? And he said, no, I don't sell any of my cars. So, anyways, yesterday I was asleep, and I get a call from that old man, 2 years later, telling me he wants to sell a car. And I asked him what it was, and he said it was a 36 Chevy sedan, and then he's got two 37 Chevy sedans, 47 Chevy. I'm just going to go look at them. I don't know. I don't have time for those. I have my own stuff I want to build. But I don't have anything for the swap meet. So maybe I will have something for the swap meet. Just depends on the price and the condition of it. We're going to go from there because I don't really have time to be storing shit here either. So that's what I'm going to base it off of. The guy's a little odd. You know, he did tell me that he was, after I helped him out that day, that he lost his mind and ended up going to the loony bin. I don't know this dude. You know, he's a very odd character, very hyper. Just on the phone with him that day, he's like, I don't sleep for 2-3 days, dude. And I'm like, all right, bro. Well, maybe I'll go check out what you got. So I think I'm going to go check it out tomorrow afternoon. He did tell me he'd rather me go in the evening time, so I'm going to go in the afternoon, the evening. So let's see if I make a deal with him for something. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. But honestly, I really don't need any junk. I got a lot done yesterday, but and only in a couple hours too. But yeah, sometimes I just need those days like this where it's just me and I can concentrate on what I need to do instead of having Cousin Bobble here, because sometimes it's too much for me. I just need to do my own thing, you know. But it is nice to have him here when it's time to where's my hour tracker here? Clock in now. Clocked in, guys. Keep track of my hours. But yeah, to have Bobby do some of this stuff is nice, but sometimes I don't get much accomplished. And sometimes Bobby sands things too far. I tell him just sand the guide coat off. I had a friend, a body guy that understood, so I could have some help to get this stuff done a lot quicker. You know, I don't run a business, guys. This is just what I do for fun. I do this to try to get better and to get quicker and to just learn, you know. Yeah, I do things for people, but I'm not running a business by any means, nor do I want to. You know, this is my home built shop. I do this for fun. I do this for YouTube. I do this for DIY. I do this for my own personal stuff. You know, but I help the homies. I help people that I like to help, that I want to help. You know, and sometimes, to be honest with you, I mean, I got a lot of people that want me to do things for them, and I don't do it. You know, I have my own stuff I want to do, and I don't want to work for people. But right now, you know, I had a buddy that was needing some work, so I'm doing it for him. I've been doing this a long time. You know, I wish my skill level was a little further along. There's a lot of things that I don't do, or a lot of things I don't do very well, like TIG welding. But you know what? It's just all in practice, you know what I mean? And the more that I would be here in my shop doing it, it's like MIG welding. I mean, nobody taught me how to MIG weld. I learned on a stick weld in middle school. And one day I needed to build some gates for this person that asked me if I could build him a gate. And I had a little cheap Harbor Freight welder, and that thing was a booger welder like hell. No settings on it, nothing. And they asked me, can you build me these gates? Do you know how to weld? And I said, yeah. So I think I charged them like $500 or something, and you know, I had the metal laying around the yard, so I built this gate for them, and booger welded it together, cleaned it up and made it look nice, painted it, mounted it. You know, $500 was definitely not enough money for that job, but I was young and I was happy to make some money. And I don't remember, I think $500 to $800, I don't remember, but I was all happy with that money when I got paid. So happy that I went straight to Home Depot and bought me a welder. I went and bought me my Lincoln, and I love that Lincoln. The downfall with that is I wish I would have bought me a 220. My TIG's a 220, but my MIG is not. So I always, when I do chassis work and things like that, I turn it up, I weld in small sections, and I grind it down, and then I do like 2 or 3 passes on it. And if it's something that's not the biggest deal, you know, then I'll use my welder. But if it is something that I really need welded, like heavily, I'll take it to a buddy shop or something, and I'll just buzz it in with their 220 real quick, you know. But yeah, I do need to get me one, a 220 welder. I just haven't done it. I was gonna buy one, and then I came across that TIG, and I really wanted a TIG, and the deal that I got on that thing, I could not turn it down. I needed to buy it ASAP, and I bought it. So now eventually I'll upgrade me to a nice MIG. Yeah, I'm gonna go with these good. I'm ready for some primer. You're done, holes are done. Now back to these. These need to be blocked out one more time. One more time. Nope. 220. I don't know, maybe let's try some finer shit. How about this one? If you have problems with your paper not sticking to your blocks, it's because your blocks are dirty. Or you have shitty paper. Getting close, guys. A couple more days of good work in here, and I should be locked out and ready to go. What's up, fellas? Back in the house. So we've been at it again, you know it. I knocked out a lot of body work on the sides. I fine-tuned a little of this door. The other door, I skimmed it one last time. I just need to block it flat. There was a couple little low spots I didn't care for. Other than that, I blocked these rails again. I still gotta block some of this out. That's like the last of it. There was a couple of low spots on the edges, so I just blocked that. That one's done. I welded this hole shut. I gotta fix this. This just needs its blocking in probably 180 or 220. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go with. I think I'll just do it with 180, and then I'll hit this front end with primer real heavy. These doors, I'm probably gonna have to 180 them again because they're down to 220 already. I think I'll just 180 the whole thing, and then reprime it. But it's ready to go. It's pretty close. I mean, I'm right there. This side too, it had just some lows I didn't care for, so I re-skimmed it. I just need to shave the door gap back to where I had it, and then this should be ready. I gotta grind these two down, skim those. Obviously I forgot. I gotta skim this. There's a few things I gotta skim up here, which I'll probably knock out later tonight. I'll come in here and just skim a few, and then after that it should be ready to go, ready to prime. I gotta sand that, of course. That side's pretty much done. This side's good. I do have to, of course, weld that hole. Put the bolt in. I fixed that bulge that was here on the bottom. There's still a bulge on the back side of it, but I mean, unless you're on your back looking under there, I'm not going to fix that because it's way too much work to get in there. It's going to be a pain in my ass. So plus the fender. How are you gonna stick your head under the fender? Goes right over it. But anyways, first sheet of steel is in. It fits. I do gotta cut this brace out here and move this brace back so it's half and half. And then the rest of that sheet goes here, which will take up here, and then I'll slice it off. We'll weld it in, we'll seam seal it, and we'll prime the crap out of it. And then we'll come in and we'll hit it with the Raptor liner tinted to the same color as the truck. So we're moving along, boys. We're moving along. Well, fellas, that's a wrap for today. I will be back out here tomorrow. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I always forget to say that. I appreciate the guys that have subscribed and that watch my channel. You know, it's about it. So I guess we'll go from there. Catch you guys in the morning. Peace. We've already been at it over here, guys. So I've been in here a little bit today. I had to push this fender in a little bit because when I opened the door, this lip almost touched and it was too close for comfort. So I took a spacer out, moved this fender in just a little bit, and now we got clearance. So I've already blocked most of this out, but right here, there's like a really bad low spot right up in here. All of this. So I'm gonna flow out this mud out here because I can't tell exactly where it's at. I still gotta fill these, but I think it's just, I'm just gonna skim this whole fender right here because this is like I feel like a lip right here from the mud, and it caves in as well because there was a lot of Bondo right here to begin with. So I'm gonna float it out and we're gonna go from there. Hand cramps really bad today. Horrible. What's going on with my hands? They are really cramping today, bad. I don't like skimming a lot like this. Do not like it at all. I know some guys do that, and some guys just do parts and chase the dents. I just feel this is a need to do this right here. Sometimes it's just quicker to get to where you're going. By skimming it out, floating it out, and sitting there trying to figure it out. Oh, now this side. Oh, what the heck is going on, dude? My hands are acting up today. See, here feels alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hands, guys. Shit's awful, I'll tell you. Working out here like this, I guess, my hands just, they act up. I got some bad cramping hands. It's horrible, dude. I forgot what the hell I was doing. Oh, I gotta clean the freaking... Yeah, that's another thing, dude. If you don't clean your board right away, shit gets hard. This is my process. Every time I use this, I scrape this spreaders clean. Every time. It's easier right before it dries. It kind of comes off like gooey, and it works pretty good. All right. I try to gotta do that right away. Dang, my hands are acting up sick today. Ooh, I don't know what else to do to get them to stop cramping like that. I think they say pickle juice. I'm gonna have to go try some. Here's another thing I do. I have another razor blade because I scraped this board. Always want to have clean material, guys, because if you're bondoing something and you get a chunk of this old stuff in there, it just makes up, it'll ruin your day. You'll get these big old chunky streaks in your bondo, and they're hard to, then you got to go back and fill them. It's hard to get out. So I use a little bit of paint thinner or xylene or whatever this is. I don't know which one I'm using now. I think it's xylene. That's what I had, but I just wipe this down. Make sure it's clean all the time. Another thing, these things come with straight edges. I round my edges out on this so it don't gouge into stuff. You could do the same thing with the plastic ones. Keep them clean because they come out, your spreads come clean. Ah, my hand. Oh, I don't know what, I'm gonna have to go drink some pickle juice, I guess. I don't know what the hell, to look something up. I'm gonna have to watch YouTube, see what the hell I gotta do to fix my hands. Today, dude, for some reason, it's just, some days, last night I got this cramp in my freaking shin, and it was so bad, I was walking around the house trying to get rid of it, and oh my god, the pain, dude, it was awful. I had to get that massager thing with the big old ball on it and put it on my freaking shin. It was awful. Don't get old, dudes. I do that every time. Keep your stuff clean, because I'm telling you, spreading bondo like that, it's a mess, dude. So, anyways, let's see where I'm at. So this is what I do. I mean, it works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but I have this metal ruler and I put some tape on it. I mean, some 40 grit on it. And then I just sand the gap. I'm cramping bad, dude. I'm gonna go get me some pickle juice. I hope we have pickles, because I'm just gonna drink the whole goddamn jar. This stuff is awful. I don't know why I'm hurting like that. Usually, I mean, I get that, but never this much or this bad. Oh, God, dude, I got so much to do out here. I don't have time for this crap. I'm gonna go slam me some pickle juice, boys. I'll be right back, and hopefully I can get some stuff done. If not, we're gonna weld that bed in. That's what we're gonna do. We'll do that instead of body work, because body work ain't working for me today. Be back in a minute. I don't wish that shit on anybody. Well, there's a few people. So apparently, pickle juice wasn't on the list. That's what I've heard. You drink is pickle juice. Well, I said to drink bone broth. I ain't drinking no bone broth. Orange juice was on the list, so I'm drinking orange juice. What the hell is that? I don't even care. As long as it makes my damn hands stop cramping. So, I guess I get off my ass, right? Alright. Well, as you can see, I did this last week. Or not last week, yesterday actually. And pretty much I need to get it welded in, but I gotta plug this damn thing. There we go. I gotta move this, guys. Told you about this yesterday. I'm gonna cut this out, move it back, and then I need to get in there and clean this up so I can weld it around it. I forgot to do that before I put the damn metal in it, so I might pop the metal back out Let me make a mark. That might be helpful, right? Let's see here. Here's where it ends. So that's where that needs to be in the middle. How does, I can't remember who he is that I watched, but he's building a hearse. He says, bada bing. It's funny, I get all kinds of random stuff from these dudes that I watch on YouTube. They do some pretty interesting stuff. I learn a lot from them, I'll tell you that. Whether it's right or wrong, it works. The only thing that matters is it's safe. You know, there's a way to build a car and there's ways to build cars. And unless you got $100,000 and a shitload of time to figure it out, then there's a way to build a car. But if you're a garage builder and you want to cruise your shit and it's safe and things are right and level, you know, there's ways to build cars. So, you know, you got to stick to some rules, but building cars and customizing stuff, there's a lot of rules that don't apply, except safety rules. But like some people don't like Bondo. Some people just use too much Bondo. I'm not a fan of Bondo, but I have to use it to straighten things out because I'm not a metal finisher. I mean, I can get metal pretty clean and straight, and I'm sure if I took more time, I could do a car full metal finish with no dents in it. But that to be able just to skim the car with a light coat of Bondo and block it flat, that's the only way you're going to get a razor straight car. I mean, they're going to get guys out there going to argue with you forever about you don't have to use Bondo, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, dude. You know what? Bondo is a lifesaver. And it's going to make your life a lot easier, even with high builds, spray-on Bondos like the feather fill and all that. I've never tried those. I have sanded them once. A friend of mine was building a Nova or something, I can't remember, but I helped them out for a couple days and they used that stuff and it didn't seem bad. I would like to try that, and I think I'm going to use it on my 40. But like some of these cars, I try to get them as flat as possible, and if I can't get them flat, or I just high build it, then I skim them. This thing came in with a ton of Bondos, so I blocked it as flat as I could and skimmed what I needed to skim. You know, I'm not going to take something down to the metal like that. The good thing was the hood and the fender, Phil took down to the metal. All the rest of the truck, I don't know what's under it. I blocked it as flat as I could, primed it, and then did my body work from there. I didn't tear it down because I don't know what's under it and I don't want to know what's under it. So, anyways, let's get some work done on this. Let me take a gentleman's break, and then we're going to put this damn floor in this bed. That's what we're going to do. Alright guys, drank some orange juice. Let's see if that works. Went and had some Taco Bell for lunch, so I had to take a disbursement break. Back in business. Alright, let's get this damn bed worked out. I'm almost done with the sanding on it, but my hands ain't agreeing with me today at all. That's awful because, you know, how come they can't cramp on the days I gotta work? They have to cramp on the days that I need to work out here. Bunch of shit. Oh, that fit like a glove. Oh, chew on, eh? Well, oh, let's take this thing out of here. We'll do some sanding. Oh, eat it, eat it. That's kitty stuff. Basura. You guys probably think, what the hell is this guy talking about? Funny movies, guys. That's from La Bamba. The trash part scene when he finds the Woody Woodpecker and homie tries to make him eat the carrot. Alright. What is the easiest way to strip this crap off of here? Got an idea. Hold on. When things happen the right way, then they're positive. But if not, I'm not going to wish for it. Like they tell you, how about you shit in one hand and wish in the other one and see which one comes true first? I dare for one of you to try that. What happens when you shit in one hand and wish in the other one? So far, the wishes have never happened, but I ain't tried the other way yet. Cousin Bobo showed up this morning and I sent him to go do another job. I just called him now. Where you at, bro? Are you coming back or what? Nope, he's MIA again. Dude, man. Tell you. I almost want to run another brace there and another brace here, but I don't know if it's going to be all bongo. And these pieces that I would need to run a brace, I don't have any more angle. So I need 4'1½", almost 4'1 3/4". Two pieces, I would need to run 2 more braces. Damn it. I'm gonna go check my junk pile. I'll be right back. Found some in the scrap pile. Perfect length. I just wish I could move this one over here. It's not going to make a big difference, I guess. It is what it is. I'm going to weld in what I got. I added 2 more braces for Phil. So that should be good enough. Let's knock out some of this welding. Let's weld this bed in. We'll get this metal up in this mug and we're going to weld this sucker in. Alright, eh? Should I weld the whole thing in all the way around? Or should I just do like 3-inch welds like every 2 feet and then seam seal it? Honestly, I think it's going to be the same strength welded little 3-inch every 2 feet than it even welding it fully. I think welding it fully would just cause a lot of warpage, take a lot more time, a lot more material. I think I'm going to go ahead and just throw some decent beads every here and there, make it solid, plug weld it to the center bracing, and then I'm going to seam seal it. And then this whole bed is going to get reprimed inside, and then I'm going to put Raptor liner in it. Tinted Raptor liner that matches the color of the truck. So right now where we're at, I'm going to have to do those spot welds. And let me go grab some self-tappers, and I'll be right back. I work on this truck literally almost every day. But even the days that I am in here every day, it's not like I work on it 100%. I'm in here for like 30 minutes, an hour, maybe, you know, and then I gotta go to work or whatever, so I don't get to work on it full. Okay, maybe it goes this way. No, that's gonna be too short. Maybe it goes this way. How the hell did I screw this up? Cut this side because this was the length of it. I'm gonna have to go buy another sheet, bro. That's definitely not long enough. And this right here is not wide enough. I thought I was gonna have an extra sheet for it. Well, boys, looks like I'm going back to the metal shop. That makes no sense. I should still have a good width of it this way. Buy another sheet or weld a strip in right here. Because I'll have plenty of that. Damn, dude. I was hoping to only have one weld. If I go buy another sheet, I will have one weld. Or I just cut this strip out. Damn it. So this truck bed had a weird measurement to it, and I could have swore that when I cut this sheet, I would still have a sheet wide enough, just like that. And I don't. Look at that gap, dude. And then if I turn it the other way, it's even worse. So I'm either gonna have to weld a strip here and there, or I'm just gonna have to go buy another sheet, and I can't buy another sheet till freaking Monday. It's not like I need to do this right now, but it's just, so I guess I could just weld it, dude. It's not gonna be a big old deal. So I need to cut me an 1.5 strip. Just shy of 1.5 inches. That's 1.5 inches right there. And up here it's 1.25 inches. That's what you get for going to West Mesa. You don't know how to do math. That would be my fault for not learning and listening, because I hate math. And I'm not good with a measuring tape. 29 3/4. Screw it up, it ain't like I gotta go buy another piece of metal anyway. Wouldn't you say? If I went to St. Pius, I'd be rich. I wouldn't be over here, cutting metal too short, swollen toes, cramping hands. I'd be like champagne and boats and hoes. Yeah, right. After I post this video, if I come in here with the black eyes because my old lady whooped my ass for saying that. What do you mean boats and hoes? I mean, I'll be on my boat waving at all the hoes. They're not on my boat. I ain't rode my boat in like 3-4 years. I don't even know how it starts. Probably don't even run no more. I ain't touched it in so long. What a waste. Badass boat, can't even use it. And I gotta go get my kid. Well guys, I'm gonna put these on the charger. I'm gonna go cut my father-in-law's grass real quick because he's got in a really bad accident and he's not able to do it. When I went to pick her up yesterday, his grass is a little bit long. I'm gonna go cut his grass, pick up my kid, come home, and I'll be back here in a minute. Alright guys, well, I made it back out here for a few hours after dinner. A lot of work, guys. A lot of work. But, check it out. Camera was uploading videos, so I didn't have a chance to pull it back in. So, got the bed in. Got it all welded in. I just welded it like 2 or 3 inches every so often, all the way around. It's fairly solid. I decided to add the strip. I'm not done welding it yet. I just got tired. My back started hurting from welding. So I still need to weld this piece, little pieces here, and then weld this piece to the bed. And then here's been okay. I got a little bulge over here that's bugging me. So I'm going to relief cut it, push it back down, smack it down, and re-weld it. I still need to weld that corner. And then all in here was so unlevel where all the bolt holes were and all that. The metal is so thick. Well, it's not that the metal's thick. There's a lot of Bondo on this from where it was already sanded. And I did not want to start smacking it with a hammer to try to straighten it out, because then I'm going to be fixing everything that falls off of this thing. Because I don't know what the hell's under it. All I know is that on that side there was a lot of mud on the inside of this bed, and I'm not going to be fixing cracked mud. So I skimmed the parts that needed to be skimmed. I'm going to reprime it all anyway, and then I'm going to put Raptor liner. But out here is pretty good. I need to clean this up because of my welds, of course, penetration went through there. So I need to clean that up a little bit. Drill out the holes that the Bondo came out through while I was putting it together. But other than that, guys, it's pretty close. I need to trim this lip. I left the lip a little bit long there. Did it on purpose just so I'd rather have more than be too damn short, right? Yippee-ki-yay. You know the rest if you watch Die Hard. So, yeah, I've been hammering this bed, guys. So, other than that, I still got minor things to do to these stupid doors. And we're very close to the finalizing of this thing. As soon as it's done, guys, I'm going to blow it apart and start spraying the miscellaneous stuff that needs to be sprayed. And Raptor liner under the fenders, all that crap's going to come along with it. But, so, that's where we're at. You already know. And I'll be back out here again tomorrow. Alright, fellas. Another day. The following day. See where we left off last night, because it was long and I'm tired. And then you got this guy. Really, dude? Come on, bruh. Let's see what he's got to say today. So what do you think there, shop boss? I guess he's gonna sit here and scrutinize my work. Here talking shit. Let's see what he's got to say about this stuff. Oh yeah? Why don't you actually put some work in when I'm not in here? You can work. Since you're always in here hanging out anyway. But, alright, time for you to get the hell out of my way because I got stuff to do and I'm sure Phil is tired of waiting for his truck. So, pound sand, homeboy. There we go. I'm gonna push this sucker down and give it a tack. Ow! That pinched me right in the freaking buttocks. Oh, it gives me a reference line to clean this up closer. Alright guys, so that's where we're at. It's all welded in. I fixed the little problems that I had there. There's still some weird little bumps in this little section right here, but I'm gonna run a thing of body filler on it, clean it up, and then I gotta seam seal it, block this stuff down, gotta get the rest of this body work done, and then we're gonna prime it. So I'm hoping by the end of today it should be ready for primer, and I'm hoping maybe I can primer it this evening. If not, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm hoping I can get this thing at least primered sometime between today, tomorrow, or Monday. That way, next weekend, when I do get off work, that next week, I can get it blocked out and try to get it done and ready for paint at least by the following week, in 2 weeks. So that stretches me out pretty close to September 1st, but I'm really trying hard to get this thing done. We'll see. I told him I'd have it done for him in September, so that's what I'm shooting for. If I can get a lot of this stuff knocked out, maybe I can get some of the stuff starting to paint here and there, but I really got to jump ahead, guys. So I'm gonna get back on it real quick and start doing some more body work, and I'll kick you. All right, fellas, so we worked so hard today, hard enough that I ran out of freaking Bondo. Had a Bondo Pendleton Good stuff. So this is where I left off. Basically, we got this done, got the bulge out, got the little oil can kind of going away. We smoothed this edge out. This edge came out really good, all the way down. Came out nice. Rounded it off a little bit. So I guess the one thing I regret not doing is I should have just thrown some bead rolls in this thing, but I guess it would have been better if it was one full sheet. I don't know. I should have done some bead rolls, just some basic lines, but I don't have a bead roller. But a couple of my buddies do. I should have just went and thrown a few beads in it, lined it up, cut it all out, mocked it up, and then drawn where I want my lines. Went and bead rolled them and brought them back and walled them in. Then I went and got that oil can crap happen. I went over the body line or the weld line. I cleaned it up real good. I skimmed it. I'm just blocking it flat. All this is going to get rhino lined, so it's not going to really matter. It's going to look really clean because it don't have no lines in it, which is pretty cool. But other than that, guys, I mean, I did finish off blocking out the door. Felt like someone was crawling on me, dude. Finished blocking out the door, so that's ready for primer. I do got the bottom right there in that corner. I got to sand again. I added some there, added some more there again. I just keep going back and forth trying to get this stuff done. I found a couple more little dings on the fender, cleaned those up. Finally, I got this door sanded out, so this is ready to go. It's ready for primer pretty much. I got to take that step off. I got to block that out, clean those little lines up. There's a few little spots I got to sand, and then I'm going to just primer the hell out of it. Ready to go, boys. That's it. I'm going to call it done. I'm getting tired, dude. Like, I've put a lot of hours in this truck, and I didn't think it was going to really take me that long, to be honest with you. And this truck ate my lunch for sure. There was a lot to it that I didn't anticipate at all. I thought I would have been able to knock out this body work fairly quick. And when I got into it, there was just so much that I was not able to get through it quick. Like, everything was so time consuming. You know, getting through the bodywork in the beginning stages and inside the cab and everything. I mean, I smoothed out any of the body lines that were inside this cab. Right here, the corner. The dash had already been smoothed, but of course, whoever did the work to it didn't do the greatest job. So I had to go through and fix a lot of stuff to clean it up. And pretty much that's where we're at. I don't like when that touches that. So, doing all that, these areas in here were really banged up. Everything in the door jamb was dented, both sides. The rockers were bad. Let's see, what else? The whole back of this truck, all of the ribs back there were pretty bad. And then, of course, we have the fenders that I cut, added new pieces, new bracing to them. And then trying to mock this front end up on this cab was a pain, dude. I don't know why it was so difficult, but this thing was a mess. It would not line up for nothing. None of the gaps would line up. Nothing would work. So I finally got it to work, and I'm afraid to tear it apart, but it's going to have to happen. But, I mean, it looks the same every time I look at it, but I mean, every time I film the truck and I look at the videos that I'm showing you guys, it looks the same. But the things that I have done to it, every time I bring the camera out, is a lot. And what the heck was that? Huh. So, but we're there, guys. You know, I just need to go through it, sand some of this overspray flake off this door here. I'm a stupid dog trying to get in here. I'm gonna just go through, resand this whole side, both sides, and then we're gonna high build it. So, all the parts are pretty much done other than the valance. The valance, I'm gonna wait and just leave that alone for a little bit, because I might end up having to drill some holes in it and doing some custom work to it, so I don't know. But tomorrow, it's my last day off. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to finalize this sanding. I'm going to make sure everything is sanded where I want it on this entire section, both sides. Cody dog's going to catch one in a minute. So, anyway, that's where I'm at, guys. We mocked up this entire bed, built, fixed the body mounts that they had on it, leveled it out, tweaked it straight, tweaked the tailgate, cut a couple things out. Of course, we added the floor to it, added some extra bracing in it. And other than that, I mean, as paint-wise, of course, all I've done is flake the top and the dash. I wet sanded the dash down I just need to do the flow coat on the dash, and I still need to sand the top and do the flow coat, but I'm going to do that way after. I'm going to do that last. But, I mean, we also molded out the firewall and cleaned that up and got that smoothed out. And, that's pretty much where we're at. We've done a lot of work, dude. We've done a lot. I mean, this truck's been parts. The front clip's been off twice. The bed's been off twice. I've had this truck for, I think, like 3 months. Which still ain't too bad, considering the fact that I've done this much work to it. So when I started counting my hours, I could have probably done this whole truck in a month. But what sucks is that I come in here and I work like 3-4 days, and then I can't come back in here for like another 3-4 days, 5 days sometimes. And when I come back in here and start again, I work for 2 days or 3 days or 2.5 days. Whatever I get, I pound as much hours as I can on this thing in here. And, you know, it's crazy because when I stop and look at my hours at the end, like hourly, I could have built this truck like it probably like within like 3 weeks to a month completely. All of it. Body work, everything. If I did not have a full-time job, I would have been able to come in here, you know, I don't know, 9 to 4, 9 to 3, you know, 4 or 5 days a week. I'd have been able to knock out this entire truck like quick within a month. Anyways, my job pushes me back big time, and it just prolongs the build, and it just makes it so much further. And what sucks is that this summer I had plans to do my 40 and to fix this 32, and we're wrapping it up at the end of the summer, and I haven't fixed either one of them. Not to mention, I was supposed to go camping at least 2-3 times. Didn't go once. Supposed to go fishing. Didn't go once. I'm gonna go hunting, but even at that point, like, I want to fix my cars, dude. I don't even care to go hunting at this point. You know, I haven't even taken my boat out. My boat's been sitting there for, this will be 4 years. I haven't even touched my boat. I started it a while back and it runs, but I haven't been able to do anything. And you know, my old lady keeps asking me, let's go camping, and I can't. I can't be over there partying and having a blast when I got someone's vehicle here that I promised them and I need to get it done. You know? After this, guys, I'm gonna get on my 32 and get that wrapped up. That way I can have it to cruise again for a little bit until my 40 gets done. But I'm gonna hammer that 40. I'm gonna hit that 40 just as hard as I hit this truck. So that's pretty much it. As soon as this goes, this 32 is coming off the shell, off the body, off the frame, and we're gonna go with that. And the 40 is gonna go right here where Phil's truck's at. And we're gonna do the same thing to my 40 as we're doing to this truck, and we're gonna get it done. And that's gonna be what I do through the winter. If I decide to bring somebody else in, their car's gonna sit outside, and I'll work on it when I get to it. Because honestly, this ain't working out. It's just I need to get my own shit going. So that's the thing, you know. I'll only do work for people that I'm close to. I don't really like working for people at all, and it just depends on the person, I guess. You know, I usually build cars for a friend of mine. My buddy Carlos is who I build cars for whenever I don't do my own stuff. But I have done a few for people, like my neighbor Rick. I painted his car. You know, I did some trading work with the guy for a tractor. That's how I ended up with that big old Ford truck. And then of course he brought me his neighbor's truck. So I mean, I do trades and stuff like that too here and there. But Phil's a very close friend of mine, and I know this truck was sentimental to him, so that's why I took it on. And it's all good because he'll be rolling, and my name is going to be on this truck. So that's the nice thing, is that I wanted my name on it. But it's time for me to go inside and watch a movie with my kiddo. So that's a wrap for this video, and I'll be posting round 3 when we get this thing in primer. Peace.